Hello everyone, and we have just finished the Microsoft E3 2018 press briefing. I am joined by the glorious one, Mr. Moody. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm very good, ready to talk Xbox.
All things Xbox. There was, in total, over 50 games shown this year. That's a lot of games. It's a lot of games, Moody.
I'm glad I was right on one thing that I said to myself. I was saying that I think they will do at least over 40 games, if not close to 50, and I was right. So.
Yeah, I mean, we were blown away. So 50 games, 18 exclusives, 15 world premieres, and they delivered for the most part. I don't think there was any bad announcements. Like, in general, the only one that I was a bit wish that we didn't spend time on this was the Division 2, but that's mainly because I don't really like the Division as a brand. What was like? Because I think we're both very high on this conference, so let's get all the low points out of the way straight away. So for me, the Division 2 was the only real low point for me. What about you, Moody?
Gears Pop. I was just like, it's showing a mobile game. Well, okay, they haven't done what EA is, and get commentators out and talk about it for like
let's shoutcast a Gears Pop. Yeah, no, okay, that was also a weird announcement. That could have just been done on a pre-show, post-show type fucking thing. But they did it anyway, it's done. We're getting a lot of Gears, which is good, because after Gears 4, I felt like the brand was in real trouble, but Microsoft have shown that they're still keeping the faith, keeping the coalition alive.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Well, I mean, since we're talking about Gears, this wasn't my original plan to talk about Gears straight away, but we might as well since we're talking about it. Gears of War 5. What did you think? What were you expecting? Did you expect to see it? Let's talk about it.
We heard rumors that it was going to be there, so I'm not a Gears guy. I admit that. I played Gears of War 4, and I was just like, wow, these game mechanics are very clunky and bad for me personally. It looks visually stunning. This also looked visually stunning. Now, could they actually have a compelling story? That could be something that could actually bring me back. But they also, for me, I think they have to completely revamp the third person shooting game mechanics, because they're too clunky, they're too stiff, and I didn't enjoy it. But people who love Gears, this is what you've been wanting. You've been wanting the new Gears. Here it is. So go for it for me personally.
Yeah,
it was a good trailer. I did enjoy the trailer. I admit that. I was very intrigued by the trailer.
I want to know who's bloody dead on the floor. This whole time I was like, who's that? And it's like, oh no, it's not you. You just come back into the trailer. Who are you? I've got a horrible speaking that it's going to be Damien Baird or Cole, and I'm just going to be like, no, you can't kill them off like this. It's too soon. It's too soon. God forbid that it is Coltrane. We can't kill Coltrane off. He lives forever. He is the one thing that can survive the series. But yeah, for me personally, as a massive fan of Gears of War, not as big as fan as Ross Miller, so it would be really great if we had him here talking about it, but I'm sure you can find his impressions on Party Chat. But yeah, Gears of War 5 looks pretty as fuck, especially with the different, they go through snow and ice, there's some luscious green environments. It seems to be a more character, like, it seems to be less grandiose, just big firefights, and more this is a story of this character going through some shit. Because Gears of War 4, as I mentioned on the OutofLives relaunched podcast, Gears of War 4 is all set up and absolutely no payoff, and it looks like they are paying it off in droves here. They mentioned the locust. Like Marcus teases something about he knows somewhere that can help. Going back to where it all started, could it be Jacinta? Like there's so many questions up in the air, and then my lore brain is just like, ooh, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this, and like after coming from Gears of War 4, just being like, I don't care about any of this because you've given me nothing to care about other than there's a mystery. Yeah. Like literally, the game ends with her flipping around that crest, and it ends, and it's like, okay, so she's got a locust backstory. Okay, where was that the entire game? It looks like they're really deep diving in, and I have to like give them props. The game looks beautiful. I'm intrigued. Again, the only problem is 2019. It can't be helped. It can't be helped. But like, my one major gripe about E3 over the past couple of years is, here's this really cool thing we're gonna invest you in. Just a date, just a year, even not even a date, just a year, which is a real shame. But it's coming, and to supplement that, the SD announced Gears Pop. We'll move right over that because we have no idea what it is, and I don't think anyone really cares. It was comical, though. I had a chuckle. Gears Tactics also got announced, which is an RTS XCOM type Gears. So that could be something really cool and different. Like Halo Wars mixed up the Halo franchise just enough that it was something fresh, and for people who went into shooty bang bang, they could come in and just play a new Halo experience. And it was a really good one. So they did it again, and they remastered the original, and it's on Xbox One now, so you can play it. So that's Gears of War 5, Gears of War in general. Had a big showing. I was expecting to see the Battle Royale mode. They didn't show it.
That's rumoured, yeah, that is rumoured, yeah.
I mean, considering they got Gears of War Tactics right, and Gears of War 5, I'm fairly certain the Battle Royale mode is at least in testing.
What's the point of having a Battle Royale mode when you've already got PUBG? And PUBG doesn't sound like, unless PlayStation announced tomorrow that it's coming to PlayStation, which I highly doubt personally, it's just, yeah, it just seems a bit, seems like a waste personally. But, what am I?
I mean,
Battle Royale is the thing right now. So.
Yeah, I mean, Battlefield 5 has a Battle Royale.
Battle Royale 5 has a Battle Royale.
I can't. The whole concept is like, oh, it's nothing realistic about World War 2. Here's a Battle Royale mode, you know. That happened, guys. Clearly happened. So yeah, Moody. That was one of my games. Do you want to lead the conversation in another game?
Well, I think I'll be wrong not to start off what they finished with, and that's Cyberpunk 2049, is it? Or
2077, and oh my god, what a way to reintroduce that game to the public consciousness. Holy crap. I don't think I've been that excited for a game reveal in a long time, especially since I think the last time we actually saw it on stage was 4 years ago. Or about 3 or 4 years ago, right? I won't be wrong in saying that.
I think it's about 3 or 4. Yeah, I think you're right about that. And I think how they revealed it was spot on. Where Phil's just talking, and he's like, feels like, oh, it's time to wrap up. I'm going to leave now. I'm not even going to say and one more thing. It just completely interrupts them, and I absolutely love that. CG Project Red, like seriously, they are right now up there with. Rockstar Games and all that, like they literally, you drop whenever they plan to drop this, which I think is funny, they did not put down 2019. That makes me think this is probably 2020.
Oh yeah, it's still
still far away. It's still far away. I think probably next E3D I might see gameplay for it, proper gameplay. But yeah, this is easily 2020 for me personally. But yeah, absolutely great reveal. Looked fantastic. Loved The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 was my favorite game of that year. And just, come on, it's City Project Red, for God's sakes.
It was oozing.
Stand up and
oozing theme. So it was like, that is a game where they've gone, okay, this is what we want to set. Like, this is what we want to do. And then all the way through production, it's got to this point, and it's like, this is exactly what they want to do. There's real passion there. Obviously, it wasn't gameplay. It was in-engine footage, which doesn't really mean much anymore anyway. But like, it still looked awesome. Everything they were showing, like, you can get where the gameplay is going to be of that. There's going to be factions. You're going to be in the underworld. You're going to be doing all this hitman, bodyguard, espionage type crap, and it just looked so cool. It was like, man, and plus, like, that song they led with, like, Archive Bullets, is possibly one of my favorite songs from any announcement trailer. So just hearing that motif, it was like immediately straight back to that announcement trailer. It's Cyberpunk. Holy crap, here we are. Let's see it. And it didn't disappoint. It was a great way to end the show. Great way to end the show.
I was thinking, if it wasn't to turn up here, would it be on? If it wasn't here, it was going to be at PlayStation. There's no doubt about it. But
and not the PC gamer show.
Going to be
not the PC gamer show, Moody. You don't think? Nah. No. It was a great place.
The odds were high. It was going to be here. So and it was a good way to end it. Well done. I just want to say the conference was overall a fantastic conference. It could have been shorter for me personally overall. It could have like trimmed a little bit of the fat, like I need to do. But a great conference. Yeah. They needed to come out and say why we are Xbox.
We're still relevant.
Yeah. Especially like a PlayStation released 2 exclusives in the last couple of months, and one has been unanimously loved. One's getting good reviews still and making money on both, and they're like, wow, we need something. And with the announcement of the buying 4 new studios and making a new one in Santa Monica. And some of them, like, I couldn't believe it that they revealed that they bought Ninja Theory, who created
Ninja Theory
Hellblade.
blew my mind. Ninja Gaiden, Hellblade. I was like, oh, this is exciting. This like they either go the art story route, which they've been doing with Hellblade, and is unanimous. I haven't met a single person who hasn't loved it. Who, if someone sat down and played that game, they've loved it. Like, which is fantastic. Or they go and just do a great character action game. As much as it's shat on, DMC Devil May Cry is still one of the better Devil May Cry games. It's such a frenetic game. Ninja Gaiden is one of the hardest like character action games ever. Like, and yes, Platinum are the masters, but if it's not Platinum, Ninja Theory are your guys. And the idea of Microsoft having that now, it just opens so much more doors than it had before. Like, and they don't need a third party Scalebound. Oh no, I just upset myself.
When I first saw the Devil May Cry 5 reveal, I was thinking, wait, is that the guy from Scalebound? Because he looked like it. He did actually look like it. But I was thinking, whoa, they are actually
Scalebound's got weird, man.
Yeah, it's gone fully weird. They're going far. They're going. This is the re-reveal of Scalebound, but no, it wasn't. It was Devil May Cry.
I mean, speaking of Devil May Cry, like, I was surprised it was here. I think everyone in the audience was surprised it was there. I don't think anyone could have predicted Devil May Cry 5 was going to be here. Although, if you do know Devil May Cry, you can tell why it was here. Because this wasn't Dante. This wasn't a DMC reboot or anything. This is Devil May Cry 5. And the canonical character that was in that trailer, without a doubt, was Nero. Moody, you're not super familiar with Devil May Cry, are you? I believe you said.
I loved 1. I admit, 1 was amazing.
Yeah.
2, I enjoyed, but didn't fully blow me away. And then I just lost track with 3 and 4. And then obviously they did that reboot type one, what you talked about just a short bit ago. And I was just like, nah, I'm good.
I'm alright, Felicia. But yeah, so this one Dante, so it leads me to strongly believe that on Monday? No, Tuesday.
Tomorrow.
Monday. Tomorrow, whatever it is.
It's Monday technically in America, but it's 2 a.m. for us.
Okay. Whenever Sony's conference is, I think we will see Devil May Cry 5 with Dante as the trailer character. But this was super cool to see it here. I don't think anyone was expecting it. It was a nice little breakup of, oh damn, okay, so cool, Devil May Cry 5. At least it's coming to... Oh yeah, that was another rumor on it. Everyone was rumoring it to be a PlayStation exclusive, so this confirms it's not.
Yeah.
So there we go. I've only just clicked that. That's a bigger announcement in itself. Is that Devil May Cry 5 is here because it's not a PlayStation exclusive, which is awesome. Again, they showed gameplay going back to DMC free routes. Can't complain at that. The soundtrack was kick-ass. The trailer was kick-ass. The gameplay looks kick-ass, even if it was a bit Bayonetta. That's fine. It's
very not bit. It was very Bayonetta.
Yeah, as long as Dante plays old school Dante, I'm fine with that. I don't need the bullet time nonsense. Although it was in the original, but obviously Bayonetta perfected it and made it this big thing. So character action games are a big thing this year apparently. So yeah, that was DMC 5. Good announcement, shocking announcement, probably the most shocking announcement of this conference for me personally. Apart from the surprise re-reveal of Cyberpunk, obviously. But yeah, DMC I was not expecting to be anywhere near Microsoft, and so it was a nice surprise. It was a nice surprise.
I think he's spot on that's probably the biggest announcement that's what's obviously cross-platform that we didn't think that would actually be coming here. I also throw in Dying Light 2. Light 2, when I saw that, I was thinking, oh, wow, that looks good. I enjoyed Dying Light 1. And I'm looking forward to this one. I liked what they showed me on Dying Light 2.
Fun story. If anyone goes to check my recently played games on Xbox One, there's a game I'm playing currently called Dying Light. Not saying anything. As soon as I saw it, and he's pulled out the weapon, I was like, Dying Light 2. Dramatic, different direction from the first one.
Most definitely,
and if they deliver half of what they're promising in here, this changes gaming. It's almost a Detroit Become Human type situation, but with a more open world game. And
that's spot on. That's spot on.
That is the one thing people have always asked for. Every time you get this open world game with choices or a morality system, you know what I mean? There's always a finite length to which you can go. Like, granted, we discussed with The Witcher, it's like, yes, there's a sort of, like, different paths, but all of the options are bad. It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's not like Fable where you either do good things or bad things and you go a Haunt or a Halo. Like, this is genuinely, like, world impacting. Within 7 game days, the world either gets better, worse, but even then there's a moral grey area, because if you support that faction, they don't necessarily treat others well, and then obviously that's just the daytime. The whole precipice of Dying Light is, don't be out at night, you're gonna get fucked. You can't just go out and fight these zombies like in Dead Island or a Resident Evil 5 or something. You're on the run. Like, it's hard survival. It's like, it's an emphasis on survival. It's not, you can't go and fight a horde of zombies in Dying Light. You just can't. It's not, the game's not built for that. You're not meant to do that. And at night time things get a lot difficult. And they only showed a glimpse of what happens at night. But if it's anything like the first Dying Light, it's going to be intense. It's going to be crazy.
It was brutal.
And it's possibly one of the most interesting types of multiplayer is your friends and stuff can invade your game and play the zombies. So if Dying Light 2 has that concept, it's going to be fun. It's going to be really, really good fun. So a sort of surprise reveal.
I've just remembered one game that probably is for me overall the shock of overall.
Okay.
And that's From Software's Sekiro Shadows of Dice Twice.
Yes.
I didn't expect to see From Software there whatsoever, and that's well done, Xbox. Well done, Phil Spencer, and all that.
That's a nice wallet you got there.
Yeah. Well, they've just splashed it out on 5 new studios.
Because they can get a trailer. It reminds me of when they got Metal Gear Solid 5 a few years back now, and they showed Metal Gear Solid 5 on their stage, and it was just a massive middle finger to Sony. It's the same situation. Everyone associates FromSoft with Dark Souls and Sony because of Bloodborne. And to see that the next project isn't Dark Souls, it isn't Bloodborne, it's Samurai Souls with grappling hooks. It's a very intriguing premise, and I'm very excited to see where this goes. Especially,
Sorry, go on.
No, you carry on.
But my big question is this the game that's From Software teased at the Game Awards last year?
Yeah.
I don't think it is, personally.
No,
I still think From Software are going to reveal something at PlayStation. It's probably going to be that.
But I swear the thing they revealed at what was it? The Game Awards was Shadows Die Twice. I swear it was what it's called.
They didn't name it. They didn't give it a title.
Ah, well, I assume that what that binding thing was the grappling hook.
I might be wrong. I'll hold my hand up.
It's fine.
I still think From Software probably still have something for PlayStation.
I mean, if it's not Bloodborne 2, I mean, just because FromSoft made the first Bloodborne doesn't mean Bloodborne 2 has to be done by FromSoft, because Sony owned Bloodborne. Japan Studio could do Bloodborne 2 for all they care. But I do want to see FromSoft announce something at Sony, which is Armored Core, since we didn't get it here. I just want my Armored Core game, Moody.
I don't think that's coming. Right?
I know. I just want mechs blowing up mechs. But yeah, this game looked awesome, especially towards the end where the guy on the horseback was there and they were grappling on each other. I was like, this game looks like an even faster version of Bloodborne, which in itself is a faster version of Dark Souls. So yeah. I'm very intrigued. It could be a Day 1, especially with the resurrection mechanic. They sort of teased it, not a lot was explained. You wouldn't expect them to explain a lot, but
yeah.
It looked awesome. It looked awesome. I'm very excited to see what they show and what they don't show, more importantly. Yeah. I feel there's a supernatural element that they're kind of holding off on. But yeah, you were going to say something, Moody?
I don't know if I'd play the game, because From Software games are notoriously hard for me. I'll admit it, I'm not that great at them. I'll hold my hand up. I'm not that great at their games. But I like the look of this. Me and my friend, when we were watching, we were just like, I like the look of this. And I was thinking, yeah, we won't be able to beat this. We will die so many times. We won't even die twice.
Yes, I love it, Moody. I love it. Yeah.
I think... Go on.
No. I was literally going to say the same thing. It's going to be a tough one. Especially with all the moving around and grappling attack, especially if that comes into combat. That's another element on top of dodging and attacking and stamina. You have to grapple out of the way of this thing. Yeah, it's probably going to be a tough one.
Brutal. It was brutal. I didn't expect that I would actually like what I saw from Crackdown 3. I did not expect
No?
to say that.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I won't lie, it was all Terry Crews.
Terry Crews,
And
man.
no, I like
man.
Terry Crews. He's
The
a lovable
man.
guy.
Terry loves Crackdown 3.
There's no doubt about it. They were like, oh my god, we've got positive buzz from Terry Crews that they want him in this game. We've got to get more in him. That's why it's been delayed, obviously, so we're getting more in, we're getting him in it more. But fuck, man, February 22nd.
Oh.
Fuck you, Sony. Fuck you, Xbox, and fuck you, BioWare. Seriously, February 22nd, Crackdown 3, Days Gone, and Anthem.
One of them's got to budge, and I think it'll be.
All.
Yeah,
I don't think any of them are going to budge.
You
I
don't?
don't think any of them. I don't know. I just
No,
think they're going to budge.
they
Be
can't.
like, fuck it. I'm not going to budge.
Oh, I mean, Crackdown. Like, if they move Crackdown, it has to come forward. They can't delay Crackdown again. Days Gone, I could see it slipping anyway. I don't think that game's anywhere near as done as they want people to think it is. And I think Anthem's probably locked in.
6 years in making for that game, so they got to be close to finishing it.
I mean, games are in development for 10 years. Look at Duke Nukem Forever.
Well, that's Gearbox, that one.
Oh, when they showed Gearbox, I was like, oh no, don't go down this road. But I'm surprised they bought that studio. I'm very happy they bought that studio. I'm very happy We Happy Few is coming out very soon. But holy crap, the fact that Gearbox are associated with that game upsets me daily. That's another rant. So moving on. We'll keep on the not Microsoft games, because there's a Microsoft game I really want to end on. But Jump Force. Now, don't know about you, Moody. I might be a Dragon Ball fan. There might be a huge push on OutofLives now to deal with a Dragon Ball card game. Don't know if anyone's seen that. Not plugging it at all. Might be a Dragon Ball fan. Might love One Piece. Might like Naruto. Yeah, it was a big announcement, and I was me and my housemate, massive Dragon Ball fans, hands down. And holy crap, we were freaking out this entire time. I mean, it probably wasn't gameplay. It didn't look like gameplay. But if it's anything like if it's indicative of gameplay essentially, which is like the V Fest jump game that was on PS3 and PS4. If it's anything like that, I'm fine with it coming to Xbox. It's literally just push a button and punch the crap out of someone. Very excited. I don't care. It looks awesome. It was great to see it. Don't know why it was on Microsoft stage. I don't really care. It was awesome. It was just seeing Dragon Ball again and it's more Dragon Ball.
Both me and my mate are huge anime fans, and when we saw this, we were like, damn you bastards, we gotta buy this game.
You have to, right? Like, it's just, it doesn't just cater to one anime fan. Like, if you like Naruto and you don't like Dragon Ball, you're probably gonna get it to beat the crap out of fucking Goku as Naruto. Like,
yeah.
So I'm excited to see what more characters are in this. Like, obviously you've got the big four. Three.
Yeah, you got Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
You got Naruto. You got One Piece. They teased Death Note at the end.
Oh yeah, I was like, they did announce 4 characters. Yeah, Death Note. That's interesting, especially with like, is Light gonna use armed? But the fight, like, I didn't get Killer Instinct 2. I'm okay with that. I got fucking Jump Fight. No, that's not what it's called.
Jump Force.
Jump Force, Jump Fight. I don't know, same thing. I'm just very excited. It just brings out the kid in me. Do you know, like, when you're like, no, Goku could beat Captain America. Oh yeah, he could. He's fucking insane, mate. Captain America has a shield. But yeah,
you're gonna get a lot of anime people here. I will be surprised if you don't hear My Hero Academia on this. Like All Might, probably, obviously One Punch Man. Probably they'll probably throw Eren from Attack on Titan on it.
I mean, Bandai are the king of anime games. Bandai are the king of anime games, so they can just get anyone. And I would love some My Hero representation. I guess because it's not as like big as everything else is probably why it wasn't in the trailer. But I'd hazard a guess it'd be announced pretty soon that they're going to be part of the game, and they have their own brawler coming out very soon as well. So it makes sense. It makes sense.
And the only thing about this announcement that was really crap was the name. The name is terrible.
Jump Force.
It's terrible. What does that scream out for anime? Obviously, Shonen Jump, but it's like, if you don't know anime, that doesn't make no sense whatsoever, that name.
Why is a game with Naruto and Goku called Jump Force? They jump?
Yeah.
No, I completely 100% agree with that. But for all you nerds in the audience, I can't imagine anyone was disappointed with just seeing that. Like, they showed Frieza, awesome. They showed Goku, awesome. They showed Naruto, awesome. And they showed Luffy. I don't know that many people who love One Piece, so I don't nerd out about it as much. It's great, and it's like post time skip Luffy as well, so it's awesome. We're just gonna get over the top battles, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Why not? Why not just make it a fucking port of the V-Fest jump fight thing, and we'll have Assassination Classroom in there, and weird Gintama, I think it's called. Gintama? I can't remember what it's called. Let's add that in there. I'm so excited for it. There's many possibles. And then Master Chief just turns up. Why not? Why not? Oh, dying! Holy shit!
I loved what we saw of Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Yeah.
I thought that might have been coming this year, so it's disappointing that it's been pushed to 2019.
Yeah.
Probably not been pushed. It was probably always intended for 2019. So, but I mean, 2019 Xbox exclusives looking pretty decent right now.
I mean, Ori and the Blind Forest. If no one's played that, like if you haven't played that, possibly the single greatest platformer in the past 5 years, I would say. Like personally, I'd go out and put it that far. I genuinely had such a great experience playing it. Like it's emotional, it's fun. Like it covered like the art's beautiful. Like the game is beautiful, and like you can see like you take a picture any frame of that game, it's beautiful. Like so like it is definitely a case of it's a game of art, as an art piece as well as a game that you can play for fun. So all this game, like I'm just like, please don't kill the owl. Please don't kill the owl. They're gonna kill the owl. Don't kill the owl. Please don't kill the owl. That's literally all I'm thinking. Just like, please, no, you can't do this to me. It's just, it's such an expression of like the way the characters express their feelings without using dialogue. It's one of those where you're just like, man, I love this. Like, it's hard to put into words without just sitting someone down and playing it. But once you sit down and play it, you're gonna want to finish it essentially. So yeah, it was a great showing from Ori. It always is a great showing from Ori. It's a shame we have to wait for Ori, but you know, it'll be worth it. 100%, without a doubt, it's gonna be worth it.
Yeah, there's one game that I'm gonna touch on that you said you didn't enjoy what you saw, and that was The Division 2. I really enjoyed what I saw.
Okay.
I can't deny it. Me and my mate were watching it. We were just like, yeah, we're getting this game day one, and we're gonna blitz it and smash it all and all that. So yeah, I liked what I saw. It visually looks stunning. What we would expect to see.
Yeah.
It looks far better than the original one looked like, and I liked what I liked. So I mean, I was happy.
I'm not the one, like I can't lie. I'm like, when I did play The Division, I enjoyed my time with The Division. I can't remember how far I got or how long I spent on it, but like, it's just I grew forever frustrated with that game, if that makes sense. Like, there's funner looters for me to go and play it. Like, I'd play Borderlands 2 over The Division. You know what I mean? Like, as a person who likes loot-based games, it just wasn't up to the standards of everyone else. Like, the lore didn't interest me. Like, the gameplay loop itself was just dull. Like, I'm shooting a human in the head over and over again. It's like, like the PvP stuff is really interesting in it, and hopefully it's expanded. The Dark Zone one, it's something it was called. I can't remember exactly. Yeah. So hopefully expanded to be like anytime this can happen, and give it that real survival feel. I don't know, like there's elements of it I liked. Like, don't get me wrong, I was like, the game itself isn't an entire shit show. I just wish it wasn't on the Microsoft stage. Ubisoft have a press conference. They could show it there. So hopefully they don't spend too much time on it at Ubisoft, please God. Like you said, the game does look pretty. The first one does look pretty. Like, the Snowdrop engine is a beautiful engine. Like, that game can do some really pretty things with lighting. But yeah, like, just for me personally, like, Borderlands 3 I'm waiting for. Like, there's gonna Anthem. Like, I'm gonna be caught up with those, and like, I'm not gonna want to play The Division 2 because I'm more of a sci-fi person anyway. So those games appeal more to me than shooty, bang bang, the human.
Well, if we go off what Randy Pickford said, we won't be seeing Borderlands 3 this E3. So
well, I'm fine with that. I've got Anthem until Borderlands 3. No, but I get it. If The Division's your thing, I'm sure more of The Division is going to be your thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just for me personally, I'm good. It was the weakest part of the show for me personally, and that's just personal opinion of a video game.
Yeah, agreed. Weakest part for me overall would probably be the announcements for Sea of Thieves, PUBG, and that Session.
Oh yeah,
Plus.
PUBG was up there with like the weakest part of the show because I just do not care for PUBG at all.
Yeah.
Session, I was really interested until it wasn't Skate 4.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like,
I bet everyone saw it and was thinking, "Oh my god, they bought the Skate franchise."
that's like
Oh
literally
my
what I was
God.
doing. I was like, oh my god, Skate 4, and then Session. What? Who? Yep. Nope.
Yeah.
Cool. You had an Eminem song playing. Fine. Good for you guys. What's it called? Not so surprising announcement, but surprising announcement nevertheless. Just Cause 4. It's Geostorms now. Just Cause has gone from being, we want to be an open world game with some destruction, to being, okay, we're going to take it a little less seriously like Saints Row did. And then in number 3, they were like, okay, so Saints Row did their thing. Here's some giant mechs, guns, wingsuits, everything in number 3. And now we have giant, we're going to ride a car into a hurricane. Yep, sure. So December 4th, 14th. It's out this year. I'm going to buy it. I love Just Cause. I love Rico. It looks like they're going to try and do some more character stuff. I don't care. I'm just going to blow stuff up and have fun. That's legit.
I've never clicked with it. I've never clicked
that's-
with Just
that's
Cause
fair.
personally, so I highly doubt I'll get round to this unless I literally hear from the critics that said this is a game, perfect fun, go and get it. And yeah, I highly doubt I'll touch it. One game I really liked to look off was Tunic. That
Yes. Oh my god.
looked adorable. It looked adorable.
It was essentially a cute Zelda with
Oh.
Fox, and I was like, I don't care. I want it. I want that game. Like, I want to know more about it. It had that Ori vibe, like just cute, welcoming, and it looks adorable. Like, how can you not? How can you be mad looking at that and being like,
Yeah.
okay, cool, this is a throwback to Zelda. Fine, it looks awesome.
I agree. I completely agree. So, what was the game you wanted to talk about?
Well,
I know you was.
it was Ori, but we kind of went through that. I wanted to end on
Oh,
Ori.
you should have said. My
No, it's
apologies.
fine, it's fine. So that's kind of all the things I wanted to talk about generally. Forza
Well, I guess
Horizon
there's
4.
one more to talk about. Yeah, it's Forza.
Yeah. So not Japan. I was 100% sold on it being Japan. I'm surprised we're not going to Japan, but in even more of a twist, it's in Britain. Cool, right?
Gonna show everybody how to drive on the left-hand side of the road. Yeah.
While we were watching them demo it, like the guy in the Jeep just constantly smashing through the rock walls, and I was like, as soon as we saw it, we couldn't help but notice. Everyone just smashed through. I'm like, you do that in Britain, you're dead. Like, they're not easy to smash through. And then they almost run over goats and sheep. I was like, oh my god, I can't handle this. But damn, that game looks beautiful. Forza games always look beautiful.
Yeah, they did.
Um,
Had a lot of fun watching it. It was fun. When I
And
played them.
it's Game Pass, so even if you don't want it,
All the exclusives are now. So.
yeah, that's what I mean. So like, if you're not interested in picking it up, then I mean, get Game Pass. You have it anyway. Like, you don't have to buy it. You know what I mean? That's the best thing about Game Pass, and like they kind of touch. Well, they do touch on it. Is like there's so many games that if for £8 a month, 10 quid a month, whatever it is at the moment, like you get a brand new game. Even if you have no interest in playing it, there's going to be Fallout there. There's the Division 1, which is a huge game. Elder Scrolls Online being in there is fantastic. Granted, they got rid of the subscription service a long time ago, but like to have a full-on MMO just free is pretty big. Like, just straight up, just have it, go knock yourself out. And the newer expansions for the Elder Scrolls Online series are great. Like, Morrowind's fantastic. Haven't played Somerset yet, but it looks great. So yeah, all in all, it was a fantastic show. Fantastic.
They did what we thought we were telling them to do, or wanting them to do, should I say, not telling them. I should rephrase that.
Yes, Phil.
They came out blowing us away with games that people want. Like, we were praying for it. A lot of people who were Halo fans, they got that. People who were Gears fans, they got that. Forza fans, they got that. People for AAA exclusives or the AAA cross-platform games, they got that. They got a lot of it. Well, I didn't mention it, but Metro Exodus looks amazing. Can't wait to have a crack on that.
I mean, we didn't talk about Fallout.
So
We didn't talk about Fallout.
I'm going to be talking about.
I'm assuming a lot more people are going to be talking about Fallout at Bethesda's stage. Do you think that's when they're going to show the online stuff? Or the rebuilding
they'll show
society stuff?
gameplay and reveal the date, and I believe the date will be either the same day as Red Dead or November. I think it'll go
I
total
still think I've got this not horrible feeling, like this sneaking suspicion that Fallout's going to be a lot closer to us now than it is in November. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's like maybe September, could be August.
September's already full like that. That means everyone else is going to be like, shit, we got to get out of the way of this.
But yeah, to Bethesda, they don't care. They're going to be like, all right, dicks on table. Here's Fallout 76. Move. Because it does seem...
They'll land on Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Just like Fallout 4 did with Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Oh my god. No, it's a repeat.
Sorry, Square Enix.
It's fine. I'll be buying it anyway. I'm okay with that. I don't know. I don't see Fallout 76 as a November title. I don't know why. I'm just like it just feels like it's they're pitching it as this different Fallout. Like, granted, it's the same stuff. I just don't feel like it needs to compete in November. I think it has its own date, and I think we'll see it soon. That or the Batman, the Rocksteady game is going to be coming out a lot earlier than we think.
That's next year.
Well, that's for another time. Moody, thank you for joining me. Again, we were blown away with what was shown. Over 50 games, man. Cyberpunk stole it at the end in CD Projekt fashion. They made a statement. Microsoft made a statement. The fans are happy. Me and you are happy. OutofLives is happy. Any closing comments?
Best to shout out this. Go to OutofLives.net and go and check out the Xbox E3 2018 Just the Trailers article our good friend Dave White has just put up, where you can get all the trailers and none of the fluff.
It's great. It is great. Like, just all the things you saw announced in one article. No filler. Go. It's a good article. It's good to check it out. So I can't echo that sentiment. MC Fixer's got his pre-post show analysis and reaction streams, I believe. Go and check them out. I am sure Party Chat are going to be covering the hell out of this. Ross Miller, go and check Party Chat out. And yeah, that's us for Microsoft. The next one of these we'll be doing is Sony, I believe.
Yes, Sony's next for us. Yeah.
But we will be covering all the other shows on the next episode of Our Lives. So thank you for joining me. Moody, again, thank you very much. And we've been Our Lives.
Thank you.
We'll see you next video.